Where is he?
Oh!
Search consumes you.
I'm really confused. Was I meant to actually watch that?
Prey visualized, mouth watering.
You won't let me go through there, will you? Okay. Excuse me. You know what? Yeah, let's go back up here, actually. Because what I could do is I could...
We found a suitably flat-headed gentleman for this one. You laugh, ladies and gentlemen, but I assure you that is the case. I have no doubt that you could hazard a guess as to what this one concerns, my friends. Our courageous participant hasn't even flinched. Standing a few feet away, our performer expertly throws his knife at the
If he's not Ross,
slicing it in two. Will he or won't he?
So we want to get up to that side then. Says he needs to lower the grid, but I don't know what that means. Get out the way. Sometimes you can push past them, sometimes you can't. It's rather annoying, the occasional kind of limitations they put on you. Yeah. Just doing that on principle, really. So you're not going to go any further. I'll wait for him to disappear before we... Because... He didn't go anywhere. I don't know where you... Oh, it's just an open door right here.
We weren't quite expecting that. How thrilling it is when life surprises us. I am not finished just yet. Stay right where you are, and the show will continue shortly. You prefer tragedy to comedy. I knew you had exquisite taste.
Oops. Let him lower thereafter. Ah, so that means you can come in and do a dive on him.
That's a daisy. Tom Watchley.
And then you do an air assassination. But I can't do anything with that, okay. So we... Oh. I thought that was the rafter. Is this not... Is this not the rafter? Okay. So how do I get to the rafter then? Oh, he's just behind there, is he? So this is the rafter. Okay. I thought it would have been connected into that thing, but alright. Oops.
For this treat, ladies and gentlemen, we have found a most courageous volunteer.
Okay. I thought he would have moved from that with the... There we go. And I used the rafter.
Show yourself!
That was Roth. And he's still like, show yourself.
I hope you have enjoyed your evening so far, ladies and gentlemen.
I just killed...
know I have. Now, before our final act, I would like to toast all you brave people who joined us tonight to celebrate life and death. Go on! Toast them! Your move, Jacob, my dear! Burn! Burn! Burn!
Cut the rope. Okay. That was not exactly what I was expecting from that scene, but alright.
Darling, what a night. The stuff of legends.
Why did you do it? All of it.
What? Snap a baby crow's neck between my thumb and forefinger. Slice to bits the ones you deem innocent. Keep the world in its divine, manic state. For the same reason, I do anything.
Because I can.
Why not?
Right, well that was sequence 8. That was... unnecessary. Well... I could see it having an impact on the, on our dear Jacob.
What a nightmare.
Is that not... That's not what I wanted to do at all. I wanted to just hop up one level, but alright, well...
Damn this place from hell to Hackney.
No, from one place to the same place. Oh, no. Was this the wrong way? No, I think this is the wrong way. Alright, right, we're learning. We're learning because we may just redo this because this is being a bit silly. But, couldn't I just drop down? There we go. There we go. I mean, if this were early on, I could see this having an impact on Jacob's character, maybe, but I don't think I see a point of it long term. Like, in the actual story at this point. Cool. No, I'll just continue. I'm not going to rate it.
Order has bred disorder. The sea rises to flood the pubs and extinguish the street lamps. Our city will die. Tupene has failed. Lucy has failed. Brudenell, Elliotson, Pearl. All have gone into the night. It is up to me now. The assassins have brought nature's fury into our homes. Men have become monsters, barreling toward us, teeth out. Our civilization must survive this onslaught. To prevent a return of the Dark Ages, I will start anew. London must be reborn.
The Peace of Eden is under Buckingham Palace. We've got all we need. Let's start planning our infiltration.
Hold on, better to get visual verification. If we're gonna move, we need to be 100% sure. We'll only get one shot before Otso Berg crashes down on us.
Gotta agree with Sean.
We'll position ourselves near the palace, but we'll wait for you to sync the genetic data before we move.
It's all up to you, Initiate.
Woo. It seems really weird, like, having it not be relevant at all for, like, the central 3/4 of the game, and then all of a sudden, as you work through the sequence, as you get to the end of, well, beginning and end of sequence 8, suddenly it's, oh, there's now modern plot that you need to think about again. The Assassin's Creed series needs to think if it's important or not.
Starrick is making his move. The Peace of Eden is somewhere inside Buckingham Palace.
Let him have it.
I've seen your handiwork across the city. Perhaps you should trust my judgment.
I've been killing Starrick's henchmen. What have you been doing? Let's ask Henry, shall we?
I have been repairing your mistakes. Too much haste is too little speed.
Don't you quote Father at me.
That's Plato. And I am sorry, this doesn't involve anything you can destroy. Father was right, he never approved of your methods.
Father is dead!
Enough! I have just received word from my spies. At the palace ball tonight, Starrick plans to steal the Peace of Eden, and then eliminate all the heads of church and state.
Well, you mean both of them? Well, technically one of them.
Once more for old time's sake.
And then we're finished.
Agreed.
Aww.
So what's the plan?
So technically in the UK, well, the head of state is the Queen. If you mean the head of government, that's different.
Unexpected delight to visit you both. What is the news on the street?
Mrs. Disraeli, we have discovered that there is something inside Buckingham Palace that could threaten the...
What my sister's failing to say is that we require entrance into the ball tonight.
Impossible! Even if there were any invitation cards remaining, which there are not, someone of your lowly station...
If that damn fool Gladstone is attending this evening, they can have my card.
Perfect. Then I'll go alone.
Mrs. Disraeli, if you would be kind enough to inform my darling brother of the location of the Gladstones' residence, perhaps he could use his considerable skills to commandeer their cards.
What fun! Did you hear that, Dizzy? We're going to pinch the Gladstones' invitations.
Thank you for volunteering me, sweet sister.
Oh, a pleasure, brother, dearest. Now, Mrs. Disraeli, if you would excuse me, I must visit with the Maharaja. It occurs to me that he may have a second set of plans to a certain vault.
What was I thinking about? What was I talking about before that came in? Oh, I've already forgotten. So we've got a Gladstone mission. I can't fast travel for this bit? Can I not? I can't fast travel. You want me to run across the entire city? Ugh.
The nerve of Evie. Treating me like a child.
Well, I mean, if you act like one, I'm not entirely sure she's out of order. I suspect we've got basically 3 missions then, because we've got this mission, then we've got no. Where's the full Dracula? Maximum Dracula, but it has to be crafted. Which is the one I'm wearing? The Master Assassin. Decrease melee damage, decrease range damage, increase brass knucks damage. I mean, they look the same, which is kind of what I'm going with. But it means, well, I'm not really taking that much damage, so I think we'll be alright. So basically, we're close. I think we are close to the end. We could probably just go for it, I think. Oh, this was it. Poison the well. Yeah. That was the one I wanted. Dull blades. But it's only affecting the blighters, isn't it? Which I'm not really dealing with. If we had enough chemicals, maybe I'd push and weaken the Templars' guns, but we don't. And we're going the wrong way!
What's happening here?
Alright, it won't let me run through there. Okay, so we can't fast travel now, which I think is quite silly. Like that's, I think, why can't I fast travel? Like there's no reason not to be able to fast travel. Go. So we'll just have to run across the roofs. Although with the fact it's like over a kilometre, it might take us a while. What was I thinking about? I'm trying to remember what I was thinking about at the end. So they were complaining. Buckingham Palace. Something inside Buckingham. The shrouds inside Buckingham Palace. Butler. No, it wasn't the butler. I was thinking about the butler. He must be very loyal to be like, oh, you're planning on. Oh, was it it was the head of. It was head of church and head of state. So the head of state is the queen, or well, the monarch of the time. The head of government is the prime minister, but he didn't say head of government. He said head of state. The head of church, depending on how you consider it, is either the queen as the supreme governor of the Church of England, or it is the yoink. That's probably a more sensible thing to do. Or it's the Archbishop of Canterbury, the supreme primate of the Anglican Church.
Who's a good horse?
But that is a matter of kind of you can disagree on those two between the two. But I think it's the Queen. She's the supreme governor of the Church of England and the Church in England. So that's my thought on the matter. So what he's saying is that Starrick is planning on killing all one of the heads of state and government, and heads of state and church. Which admittedly in the late 19th century isn't actually that big an issue, killing off the head of church, and it's probably less important than the head of government, who is being completely and utterly ignored.
Slow down now.
We can get through. So yeah, bit of a kind of silly explanation of his plan, although I assume they do mean the head of government as well as the head of state and the head of the church. So I don't know. We'll find out. And they mean the Archbishop. I assume we'll find out.